Hello, today we're going to take a look at using the STEP system to inspect a concrete pour for a bridge abutment as part of a roadway expansion project. Here you see a list of currently active projects. We're going to be looking at the Bedrock Highway Extension project. First, let's take a look at how we would set up a project to begin with. Let's click New Project, and we get a pop-up window where we can select various aspects of the project. First, we'll select a project from the list of predefined project type templates. Then we have the option to name the project. Below this we see a tree view listing where we can select the standard tasks or activities that are going to be defined as part of this particular project type. In this case, we know we'll be doing embankment and structural concrete to begin with, but we can always add additional tasks later. Then we expand the list a little bit and we select various assignments and sub-assignments that we want to set up for work to be accomplished in the next few days. In many cases, we may just be setting up the project or task to begin with, and daily assignments will be added later. Simply drill down to find what you need. Now let's look at the concrete bridge support. Here we have a few general assignment types that may be needed in association with this task. Job safety analysis is available on most all of the construction-related tasks. On this particular one, we'll be doing a concrete placement inspection. We see that depending on the complexity of the pour, there may be other inspections associated with this placement. Every placement will need field tests and truck logs. We'll also take sample cylinders. The system can handle all of the lab tests as well. Before we review the actual work, let's look at the resources we'll be dealing with to do the work. Resources are set up once with relevant property data and attachments and are then referenced often within the system. Typically, they're set up early in the process, either when the system is initially implemented or in a setup phase of a particular project. You see that we have all of the expected primary resource categories. These are broken down into subcategories and standard resource types before we get to the actual resources. This resource classification structure is completely customizable, so you can use words or nomenclature that are familiar with your organization. Each resource will have a details page with fixed inputs relevant to all resources. Then we have the properties page where inputs are fully dynamic and each resource type can have a completely unique set of properties. Let's look at a few of the resources we'll be referencing in the work we'll be doing today. First, we have the companies. The client is a government agency, and we have a vendor supplying the concrete. For documents, we have drawings, specifications, and other relevant information. For equipment, we'll have a test kit and a pickup truck. A calibration status of the test equipment may also be very relevant. For materials, we have the concrete mix with linked aggregates that show up under soils and gravels. Under properties, we have all of the relevant mix information, a scanned copy of the mix design itself. Then we have all of the attachments. More can be added at any time. Moving down, we have the people that will be involved with the work. Inspectors, crew foremen, owner representatives, managers, and engineers. Critical information regarding licensing and certifications, as well as contract data and company affiliation. All of this information is immediately available. The last resource type is product. This may be different from many project management systems. The product, for our purposes, is the asset or resource that is being created, improved, or maintained by the work done in an assignment. In this case, we're working on one of several bridges on the project. So this is the bridge that is the product of our work assignment. Here we have relevant information about the bridge. The drawings, the specifications, and other documents associated with this bridge are linked for easy reference. Now let's go back to projects and get some actual work done. When the project is highlighted, we have some project level information that should make sense, such as a status, project number, client information, project manager, and so on. At the task level, we can add new assignments, but we have only limited information about the scope and grouping. In the next major release, full budgeting and proposal or quote generation functionality will be included on this page. Now let's look at an actual concrete inspection. The first page of any assignment has information and functionality common to all assignments. First, we have the ability to add sub-assignments or duplicate the current assignment. Duplicate Values button will duplicate the current assignment with the current action item values copied forward for those actions that have been flagged as duplicatable by the template designer. We have an assignment status and who it is assigned to. An assignment may often be initiated by a manager or dispatcher and assigned to a specific inspector. Or an inspector can initiate a new assignment as needed and assign it to himself. Once assigned, the assignment will show up on the My Assignments list on the dashboard. When critical information such as status, assigned to, or workflow changes happen on this page, notifications are automatically sent by the system to the project manager and to the assignee. Once the project has been selected, it is hot linked to the resource details. Simplified single-click workflow tracking is available for all assignments. Clicking the Start, Complete, and Approve buttons automatically save the current user and date stamp information. The actions of an assignment are where the real work gets done. These inputs and informational snippets are custom configured as part of the template design and can be easily modified or created from scratch to meet any informational need. This is an example of a concrete inspection that contains extensive checklists to ensure that the inspector doesn't miss something. As we scroll down various inputs, section headers, changes are highlighted and validation of input is automatic. Here we select a resource link to the concrete material being installed. Once selected, we have an instant access to all of the information about the concrete mix. Here we see all of the relevant properties of this material along with a scan of the actual mix design. Install method is an example of what we call speed notes, which is similar to a multi-select list, but also allow additional text to be added. Like resources, any assignment can have attachments. Attachments can be any file type and version management is built in. Also, any image can be marked up and a new version is automatically created. This wraps up our demonstration of the concrete inspection assignment. Thank you for listening and hope you enjoy our system. Thank you.